Good morning, everyone. This is Learn, and we are presenting the Avoiding Technology Scams presentation today. I'm Dee Childers, founder of Life Changes Elder Care Consulting and Vice President for Learn Idaho, as well as the Community Education Chair. Today, our topic is avoiding technology scams. Our Learn Idaho presentation includes now three major categories. We have our professional education for all of our professional members, folks that you'll find on our website. People are able to attend networking meetings and get CEUs. Our community education program, which is what you're all participating in right now. We have a website with over 125 videos on aging and caregiving topics, and we produce about 25 new videos a year, and we promote them quarterly. And then we have, thanks to our presenter today, an incredible technology education program. This part of our program is in person and includes lectures, workshops, and practice sessions. Our content is provided for general informational purposes only and not to be considered legal, financial, or health advice. So please consult with your professional service providers before taking action based on this information. And today, I'm so pleased to introduce our presenter, Tina Barnett from Elderberry Care. Tina is a certified senior advisor with a specialization in enhancing digital accessibility for older adults. She serves as the program manager for Learn, technology education program in Idaho's Treasure Valley. Developed in partnership with Oates and Senior Planet, this initiative offers free technology skills training to seniors, aiming to alleviate the digital divide among this demographic. In addition to her program management responsibilities, Tina serves on the Learn Board of Directors as the Technology Education Chair. Tina is co-founder of Elderberry Care, an organization creating technology solutions to improve the lives of older adults and their caregivers, as well as offering consulting services in this field. A native of Texas, but a resident of Idaho for over 3 decades, Tina earned her BA in Business Administration from the University of Texas at Tyler. Outside of her work in technology and aging, she is co-founder of Creatures of Light Productions. In this capacity, she has provided consulting services to various organizations, leveraging empathetic storytelling to engage audience across diverse platforms. Wow, Tina, I need to hear more about that.
Well, thank you so much for the introduction, Dee.
Absolutely. And so, Tina, I am going to stop sharing so that you can start sharing.
All right. I'm happy to present Avoiding Technology Scams for Learn's community education program. Learn's tech education program has received a generous contribution from AT&T, and today's presentation contains content from a collaboration between AT&T's Connected Learning program and Public Library Association. So we'd like to thank them for allowing us to have access to this information. Avoiding technology scams. So what we're going to do today is learn what types of scams are out there, how to recognize the warning signs, how to respond when you see a scam, and how to report a scam. So online scams can come in many shapes and forms. We're going to learn how to recognize and avoid the most common types of fraud and scams when you're online. So some of the most common types include phishing and social engineering. You may encounter these scams on a website, in an email or a text message, or even in a pop-up window on your computer. So let's begin by talking about phishing, which is a common type of scam. Phishing when scammers use fake emails or text messages to fish for information. These fake messages can look real, but link to fake websites. The website may look like a trusted, well-known company, organization, or government agency, but it's all a trick to get your information, such as your social security number or bank number and credit card account numbers. A fake email can also be used to infect your computer with malicious software, referred to as malware, or a virus as soon as you open the email. Malware is a tool used by scammers that can take many different shapes. For example, malware can lead to viruses that infect your computer or spyware that tracks your online activities. You may be able to tell when malware has been installed on your computer or device if you see these signs. Pop-up ads appear and they are hard to close. New or unfamiliar toolbar icons appear on the screen, or your computer or mobile device is not responding as fast as it used to. Social engineering is another common type of scam. It's a new name for an old fraudster trick. In this scam, a fraudster tries to gain your trust by convincing you they're someone they're not in order to get your personal information. For example, the person may claim to be a friend or a family member in trouble, pretend to be a company with a great discount or offer, or claim to be working on behalf of a government agency, organization, or a collection agency. These fraudsters can approach you by phone, email, text, or social media. No matter what form a scam takes, fraudsters usually have the same goals: to steal your money or collect information like your passwords or credit card numbers. Scams can also cause problems for your computer by infecting it with viruses or malware. Let's take a quiz. Why do people send scam emails? Select the correct answer. To collect passwords and credit card numbers, to sell your information, to make money. They want you to visit a website or download a file. They want you to transfer them money, or all of the above. If you selected all the above, you're absolutely right. So remember, common types of fraud and scams, including phishing and social engineering, may be encountered while searching a website, in an email or text message, in a pop-up window on your computer. How can you tell if something is a scam or a fraud? Let's go over some tips to help you identify scams online, in email, and in text messages. So here are some questions to ask yourself if you're not sure. Have you heard of the person or organization? Can you tell who the email is from? Does the email look professional? Are they asking for money or information? Do they claim they can fix your computer? Are they trying to rush you into a quick action? And is it too good to be true? We'll look at each one of these one by one. So, have you heard of this person or organization? We're looking at a CVS example from their website. If it's someone that you know, they'll have information on their website that looks familiar, that has their contact information, their logo, and other information that you can look at to ascertain whether or not this is a real organization. This is a legitimate corporate website. If it's a legitimate business, like this example, like I said, their logo and their contact information should be posted in a place that's very obvious. Can you tell who the email is messages from? This individual received an email that claims to be from the IRS, but the email address ends with an unknown email provider, listed here and in red as admin@revenue.com, not from the irs.gov, which is the correct email address. This is a sure sign of a phishing scam. Clicking on the click here link will send you somewhere you don't want to go. Does the email look professional? In this example, a person by the name of Albert has received an email from a company that he happened to have an account with. But when he receives other emails from companies that he has account with, they normally include his name instead of something like adorable member, and his name is spelled correctly. If you look at this email, there are other places where we have misspelled words. So there can be spelling errors and grammatical mistakes. It can be from a legitimate business um, that they're impersonating a legitimate business. And a legitimate business won't send you an email with these kinds of mistakes. Do they claim that they can fix your computer? This commonly happens when searching the web and you receive a pop up message. You're told your computer is infected and that you could lose, or that you should click on a link or call a cell phone number or call a number so that it can be fixed. Legitimate companies will never solicit you to fix your computer in this way. Are they asking for your money or information? In this email, the fraudster is asking for credit card information. Fraudsters may claim that they need to verify or update your information. Some fraudsters will ask you to wire them money or send a deposit, promising to pay you more in return. So this particular example to Albert again is asking that for you to send them $566. So they'll have a way for you to pay them by probably taking your credit card information. Are they trying to rush you into a quick action before you have time to take the time to think about it? This message about pharmacy points expiring is a fraudster trying to scare you into acting fast, threatening that something bad will happen, like an account will be closed. This one is where you're going to lose all your pharmacy points. Other fraudsters will promise something good, but only if you respond right away. So there's that rush to quick action. That is a real tip off. And that old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. It probably is. So always beware if they're making a promise of something that sounds too good to be true. So, how can you tell it's a scam? Let's do a quiz again. It's sent from a strange email. It tries to rush you into an action. It asks for your information. It's too good to be true, or all of the above. And so all of those are correct. How do you spot online scams? How can we educate ourselves so that we can see them coming? Here's some do's and don'ts, and we'll go through each one. So don't give any personal information. Don't reply or engage with the fraudster. Don't click on any links. Don't download any files or attachments. Don't click on any buttons. Do be skeptical. Read the emails carefully. Do go directly to a company's website if you're really having a question and need verification. And do close any pop-ups using a formula that I'm going to dig more deeply in the coming slide that will help you close those pop-ups, those annoying pop-ups. So don't give out personal information. Oftentimes, if you've clicked on a link that's to a fraudster, they're going to present you with a way to pay. Here's what that might look like in some circumstances. You would input the amount that they've told you from the email, then you put your card details in and click payment, and you've just given your credit card information to someone that's scamming you. Don't reply or engage the scammer. As good as it might feel to tell them to buzz off in a responding email or text, all that does is lets them know that they have reached a real person. They've got a live wire, and that will often trigger more emails or texts to come your way. Don't click on any links. If you do see a scam, this can take you to untrustworthy websites. Don't download any email attachments or files on an untrusted website. They could contain viruses or malware that harm your computer or collect your personal information. Do be skeptical. If you think something is a scam, it probably is. Remember to read emails and text messages carefully, checking to make sure you know the sender. Here, this particular text message is from a number that might not be recognizable. It doesn't have a name. They say their name is Mrs. Kimberly. They found your cell number on Indeed, which is a job search site, and they want a personal assistant in your area, and the payment is reasonable. They're offering to pay you $500 to $800 a week. And for more info, just click on this link to their website. So this is one of those too good to be true. They've just reached out to you anonymously saying that they are offering you a job. Too good to be true. Also suspicious about, have you been on Indeed on that website? It could be one of those circumstances where you do need a job and it has been a lucky little serendipitous moment where this text arrives on your phone just when you really do need a job. So that's making you more vulnerable, but by being skeptical, you'll be able to tell that it's a scam and delete it. Most email flagged as spam is automatically moved to a spam folder. So you don't see it again in the inbox. So, but if you want to flag it, you can look for, this is a Gmail example, you would look for this symbol in the top line of icons, that symbol with an exclamation point inside a stop sign shape. If you click that, that moves that email into your spam folder, and that email address can never contact you in your inbox going forward. Do look up their contact information on your own if you have a question from a statement, if it's a company that you've dealt with, or on their official website. So do close pop-ups with this technique called Alt F3 or Alt F4 if you're on a PC, or Command W if you're on a Mac computer. So you can try this method. Here's a keyboard example for a PC computer. And with this technique, if you're on a PC, you would press down on the Alt key, which is just to the left of your space bar, and the F4 key, which is in the top top line on your keyboard. So you would depress those two buttons, Alt button first, then press F4, and that should turn off that pop-up. If you're on a Mac computer, an Apple's device, you can press the Command key, which is to the left of the Mac keyboard, and the W at the same time. So Command W, and that should close the pop-up. If all else fails, another method is to turn your computer off and then turn the computer back on after a period of 5 seconds, and it should take care of that pop-up. So here's another quiz for us. So you receive an email saying you've won a prize and you think it's a scam. What should you do? Reply and tell the sender to stop emailing? Click the link to visit the website to see if it's trustworthy? Click on unsubscribe, or put it in your spam folder, or ignore it? So yes, the answer is ignore it or put it in your scam folder. Clicking unsubscribe can also be very dangerous, because often in a scam email, at the bottom, they'll have a spot that looks as though, well, I can unsubscribe here. There's that link I'm familiar with in unsubscribing from other emails, but that's often also a nefarious link that will send you to a bad website or some other place where they're going to try to get your information. So put it in the spam or just delete it. So reporting scams. Online scams can originate from anywhere in the world. This makes it very difficult for even or difficult or even impossible to track down the fraudsters that are behind them. However, there are a few actions you can take to help protect others from falling for the same fraud scam. If you encounter a phishing scam like this email imitating an organization you can contact that organization, or for in this instance, it would be forwarding that email to the IRS. So as you can see on this one, it says this is from reply@irs.update.com. That's not an IRS site or email. IRS is irs.gov because it's a government entity. This particular slide says that you can hover your mouse over the button and links to see the URL, to see where they're trying to send you, as a way to verify that it is a scam without clicking on it. This can be a dangerous move. I don't really advise it for most users because there could be a point in time where your cat steps on your keyboard at that particular moment and you've clicked that link. So let's not do that. But you can forward that email to phishing with a PH, phishing@irs.gov. They accumulate those and they do evaluate them, and there is some information that they gather about the types of phishing expeditions that are going on that they like to also inform other people that are that this is a new phishing expedition. So they like to keep users informed. So it's good if you can, and if you choose to do that, you can send that and forward it to phishing@irs.com. Not mandatory. And if you want to just do the easiest step, remember that spam folder button. This is a Gmail example. All emails, accounts, no matter what they are, have an ability to move something into a junk folder or a spam folder. And the icon will look something like this, exclamation point inside a stop sign. And once you move the email into that spam folder, like I said before, from then on, that particular email address can't connect to you through your inbox in your email. So another way that you can report other scams and price gouging and frauds is to reach out to the FTC on their reportfraud.ftc.gov website. And once you click in the appropriate place to report, you are led through a series of menus where you can report where that fraud came from, where that scam came from, and they gather that information and try to educate the public and also shut down the scammers and fraudsters to the best of their ability. So thank you so much. I'm so glad to have been able to present this information. This is constantly evolving. The scams become more sophisticated. But at this point in time, any information that you can arm yourself with to be able to recognize scams will help you avoid them going forward. I also have a handout that I'll make available, and Learn can place that in their resource page with more information on scams and fraud. So thank you, Dee. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Tina, for an excellent presentation today. That was incredibly informative and so timely. We just dealt with the topic with a potential fraud opportunity this morning with one of my team. Someone had sent them an email saying it was from me and that it was urgent they do something. And because she knew to look in the address field for who it was from and could see that it wasn't for me, she didn't click. So right on. This is so important.
Yes.
And so we encourage each of you to join the Learn mailing list. Here is the address to get to that list. Just basically go to our website and click join the mailing list. You do have to do a confirmation. clicking in an email that we'll send you confirming that you want to receive mail from us. Otherwise, it won't happen. Just because you attended this presentation does not mean that you will be on our mailing list. So you must take action to make that happen. And just as a reminder that we have over 125 topics in the video library currently on health, wealth, lifestyle, caregiving, technology, recently added elder abuse awareness, and we've always had community resources. So we thank you so much for your participation today and look forward to seeing you at the next presentation.